trumpetworkshop.com, Barry D here. I did a clinic about a year ago, and I had about 20 or 25 young trumpet players in the room, high school and college level. And we were talking about jazz trumpet players and the jazz lineage. I was frankly a little disappointed because everybody knew who Wynton Marsalis was, everybody knew who Dave Douglas was. Very few people knew who Cootie Williams was. Very few people had listened to Bix Beiderbecke. Very few people had actually listened to Kenny Dorham, which I found very odd. And then we moved to the subject of lead trumpet players, and everybody knew who Maynard was. Everybody knew who Doc Severinsen was. When I asked about Johnny Audino, nobody, not one hand went up. When I asked about Conrad Gazzo, only one hand went up. When I asked about Snooky Young, a few hands went up. The list went on, and then I went on to probe further and asked, well, how many guys here are lead players? And I would say about 12 of the guys of the 25 or so were lead players. So then I went on to ask them, well, how are you getting a concept for how you want to play lead? And most of them kept saying, well, I'm just working on my high chops and I'm working on my endurance and kind of stuff that just was mechanical stuff about trumpet playing. Lead trumpet also has a lineage just like jazz trumpet does. And I think Louis Armstrong is the grandfather of all of us. Jazz musicians, period. Trumpet players, whether you're a jazz player or a lead player, the time feel of Louis Armstrong really is the foundation of the time feel of this music that we play. But listening to Jelly Roll Morton's band, listening to Duke Ellington's band, listening to Count Basie's band, Dizzy Gillespie's big band. There's a lot of guys in LA, Yuan Racy, who played on so many of the films, just unbelievably great trumpet playing. Johnny Audino, who was the lead trumpet player before Snooky. Actually, they might have been in together, but in the Tonight Show big band, also played on so many records. There's just a whole lineage of lead trumpet players: Conrad Gazzo, Al Porcino, Buddy Childers. The list goes on, and all of them have a slightly different approach to sound, a slightly different approach to time feel. They have their own style. Some guys sound different in mutes than other guys, particular styles. All that stuff, just like you have to check out all the jazz players. If you want to be a lead player, you have to check out all the lead players, because that is, you're running all those sounds through your personal funnel, and it's running through you, and hopefully you will come out the other end. And I just don't see how you can achieve any kind of level without listening to those guys and really absorbing those styles. And that's my tip of the day. Listen to all those guys.